Beautifully done. He's got a consecutive. Sonic Heroes gets a consecutive and a... Great turn from both trucks. It's close, but it's Medusa by inches. Both trucks with another great turn. Zombie clipping the jump, but it doesn't matter. Zombie is gonna over the nose here. Rough hit on the front end. Rolling the truck over the kicker. Crooked, she needs to watch out here. Oh no, down she goes. Oh my goodness. Hello everybody and welcome back to Samboyd Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada for the grand finale of the RORSRPS World Finals. My name is Preston Vieira and I am once again joined by my amazing co-host from the T.ray channel here on YouTube. It's Tyler Reyes.
Hey, thank you so much for having me yet again, Preston. We've had an incredible night of action and it all comes down to this, the main attraction, right? We've already crowned ourselves a racing champion. We've already crowned ourselves a two-wheel skills champion. It comes down to the nitty-gritty for our final broadcast of the World Finals. It's time to go freestyling.
Absolutely. Now, Tyler, the track crew spent the last 15 hours working tirelessly all night, all day to get this track into shape for freestyle. How you liking it, and what seems to be the key to success, in your opinion, leading into our final competition?
You know, the track is incredible. There's so many different obstacles out here. There's so many different angles to each obstacle as well. And it's going to make the driver's work cut out for them, truly, because there's so many different ways you can attack this. I think the key for tonight is to survive, right? You got to make your time. You got to have some wow moments, and you have to turn the fans on. If you could do all those things, you're going to walk out of here with a freestyle title.
Absolutely. And we have some really cool and unique obstacles tonight, some unique setups and combo opportunities as well. But I'm just excited to jump right into the action tonight. So let's check out our lineup here and get started. Tonight's lineup is based on average season points earned per show throughout the season. And so the little numbers on the right are what determine our freestyle order tonight. And not to mention, you didn't touch on this, but we have a first here at the World Finals tonight, the introduction of full boogie tilt bonus time. So not only do you have to fill regulation, but you get those extra 30 seconds that you not only hope to fill, but you also, you know, they generate some extra points that add to your score and could make the difference, all the difference here for our champions.
Yeah, in the full boogie tilt freestyle or bonus time, that's where you got to burn it down, baby. When you hit that time, you just got to turn it up. You're going to see Donkey Kong coming out. This is our first 8 here. Sheriff, Soldier Fortune, Maximum Destruction, Dysfunctional, who had a pretty good racing bracket himself, Captain's Curse, Scarlet Bandit, who made it all the way to almost the bitter end in racing. And then you come down to the next 8 here, Grinder, Megalodon, Mohawk Warrior, Gravedigger, Predator, Barbarian, Rageaholic, and Sudden Impact, who didn't have a really good time in racing. He really wants to make that up in freestyle for the fans here in Las Vegas at Samboyd Stadium. Our final competitors here, Sonic Heroes, Max D, Bad Company, Thunder Roris, Son of a Digger, who is our two-wheel skills champion, Zombie, who was our fastest qualifier in racing but fell short in racing, and then you have Avenger and Medusa, who surprised us all in the racing broadcast.
Absolutely, and we do have 3 competitions here at the World Finals, but someone looking to double down in our typical competitions, racing and freestyle, our racing champion, Megalodon Fire. So he has a big opportunity on his hands. What he needs to do is just take it slow at the beginning, not do too much, and fill the clock, right? But coming out onto the track right now, Donkey Kong, our first competitor out on the track, who was looking pretty solid in racing, had a rough turnout in round 1, ended up not making it onto round 2, but he's looking to do better here in freestyle as he takes a lap for these fans.
It's all about little fanfare, right? When's the next time you're going to be in Vegas? It's time to make it count. He's got a minute 30 of regulation on the board, and Donkey Kong starting right big, right over the double. He's ready for tonight's action.
Announcing his presence as you should here in the World Finals, but in the show period, you want a big start to get your fans, thinking about you up at the top. But he is spinning that truck around and heading over for this little pad here. It looks like he's going to take on this crooked jump here. Needs to watch out on these landings. Any awkward bounce could upset you and end your run early.
It totally could. And the thing with Donkey Kong is that we've seen it, first of all, massive error. We've seen him pretty consistent throughout freestyles of the season, but it's something different about when you come to Vegas. You got this added pressure, not only from the sold-out capacity crowd, but then from all the other drivers and everybody else in the behind the scenes who wants you to do well, but also want to take you out. So you got to be ready for it. And look at this as he gets a stop into a moonwalk. Donkey Kong.
Beautifully done from Donkey Kong.
Wow, nicely done.
Target on his back already. He's having a solid run down to these last 30 seconds of the freestyle run here. He's going to head over for the tanker. Up and over, getting tripped up a little bit. Bouncing off the nose and saving it. Back onto all 4 BKT tires. Backing off of that double a little bit. Don't want to get into trouble there. And he's going to combo it up with a nice little wheelie over the top of it as well. Donkey Kong killing it. And he has been improving towards the end of the season here, and we have entered full boogie tilt bonus time.
Oh yeah, baby, this is where it counts. Burn it down. You want to go full boogie tilt and get those extra points, and he's going to start with some cyclones.
Nicely done. Losing a little bit of momentum there, but he's taking it right into a backflip, bouncing off of those rear tires and getting that combo up onto a stoppie. Nicely done from Donkey Kong. We haven't seen many backflip opportunities on that throwback tour this season, so it's nice to see him get some here.
And he feels it. Feels bonus time. Look at the scores coming in.
So that is going to be a 33 for regulation and a 2 for bonus time. Not a bad score to get us started here, a 35 total. And it's looking good for Donkey Kong so far. 35 definitely up in the higher ranks of freestyle scores that we've seen this season.
Not bad at all from Donkey Kong. It's the first driver. You have a lot of added pressure like we were talking about earlier. You want to come out, announce your presence, put up a good score, but more importantly, you want to turn the fans on and give them a good performance, and that's exactly what Donkey Kong did there.
Couldn't agree more. A great run to start out the night. But here comes our next competitor, Sheriff, as we mentioned, running that custom scheme here for the World Finals, and he had a decent showing in racing. Didn't quite make it as far up the ranks as he would have liked, but put on a solid show in two-wheel skills, but starting it off strong in freestyle as well.
Yeah, he definitely had a really good showing throughout the whole entire event. And if you haven't seen the qualifying and the racing and two-wheel skills, go back and watch those broadcasts, because Sheriff has been just very consistent, and he's been throwing this truck into some situations where he's going to have to drive out of them, and he's been doing a great job. And this freestyle so far is no different.
Now, Sheriff is one of those trucks that has been trying hard to get some wins under his belt all season. Couldn't quite make it happen, and to be honest, he might have even deserved a couple of the wins that he didn't get. And so he's looking for a freestyle win here in Las Vegas at the World Finals. He did manage to grab a freestyle win in our final show of the season, in his final show of the season as well. So I mean, he's looking to carry that momentum on into the World Finals as he carries a slap wheelie and stuffs that front end right into that little step up.
He's got 30 seconds left on the board. The truck is surviving the abuse that he is putting it through, especially during this freestyle. Of course, you also have to mention just that chop top Mercury body. He doesn't have that much visibility. His windows are only about 10 inches wide, so he really has to pay attention. So he was actually walking the track a lot earlier to find out exactly where his moves are. And look at the sky wheelie!
That air from Sheriff, man.
Wow, as he fills time here in regulation, we're going to burn it down with full boogie tilt bonus time.
What a move from Sheriff to close out regulation. Those tires over there. Oh, no, going over.
Hang on.
Going for a ride, trying to keep it going somehow. Manages to pull it back underneath. What a move there from Sheriff.
We were talking about earlier in the two-wheel skills competition, are you judging saves, rollovers, or are you judging skills? Freestyle, it all counts, baby, and that was awesome as he fills bonus time with a slap wheelie. Yeah, buddy.
Oh, getting into trouble again. Going over the nose and pulling it back down once again. That is going to do it for Sheriff.
Wow.
Topping Donkey Kong's score. That is a 34 in regulation and a full 5 points for full boogie tilt bonus time, and that's going to give him a 39, setting him way up on the leaderboard. Nearly a perfect score from our regular season for our second truck of the night.
Yeah, if that's any indication with how the rest of the event's going to go, Preston, you better buckle up, because I have. It's about to get wild.
Oh, I can only imagine as we come out with our next truck who's been solid in freestyle all season, Soldier Fortune, a one-time freestyle champion from throughout this season. She's going to be starting up here, the first one to take on this stage area, something completely new to Sandboyd Stadium.
Yeah, this is unique right here. Of course, you're going to see a minute 30 on the clock come up for Soldier Fortune. And hang on. Wow.
Pulling it out.
I was going to say, it takes some skill. I think there was some skill involved in that for sure, because you're going so fast forward. She just panic throttled. You had to hit the throttle and get out of it. That was an awesome job.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. She heads over to the jammer, stuffing that front end and launching it straight up in the air for a sky wheelie. Nice, decent air over the van stack. She's going to take on those tires that absolutely launched Donkey Kong, getting into trouble and trying to save it reverse. Nicely done.
Are you kidding me right now? I thought she was over for sure. Hit so hard on the chassis, it bounced up on the rear end, a little slappily right here, and then got into reverse and was able to settle that truck down and survives yet another move here for this crazy course.
Some quick thinking for sure. Throwing it into reverse. I know I shouted it out. I didn't know she could hear me from the booth. She's going to head over to this little double here. She's going to combo it up as well. Slap wheelie.
Nice air.
Stuffing that front end.
There we go. Hang on.
Going
Come on,
over
get out
again,
of it.
but pulling it out. Oh!
Nice.
Pulls it off.
Wow.
Soldier Fortune having some really nice moves. Some incredible moves. As you said, this is only competitor 3 here in Vegas. So if this is any indication of the rest of the night, I'm in shock.
Yeah, this is intense so far. Full boogie tilt bonus time's another opportunity for you to grab another 5 points. You've got to make it up. The one thing I will say about this run, though, Preston, there's been incredible moves, no doubt about it, and pretty good momentum, but it's kind of choppy, right? There's been a few backups. There's been a couple turnarounds. You've got to kind of plan your moves accordingly. And, like right here, she's got the backup again. It's just, it's a good run, and I'm excited to see what the judges think of this because the moves might outweigh that.
A 36 plus 4 in bonus time. That's going to give her a 40. That would have been a perfect score here in the regular season. But this is the World Finals. The scores work a little differently. Scores go up to a possible total of 45 with 40 possible in regulation and 5 possible in bonus time. She got those full 5, but not quite enough to get a perfect score. That is taking the lead, though, away from Sheriff.
Yeah, that was not a bad freestyle at all, and I don't want to discount her run at all because Soldier Fortune was on kill. I mean, move to move. It was a good freestyle, and that's a deserving score right there. I think the judges are right on point with where they need to be, especially for how tight this competition is going to be. I mean, like you said, we've already been only a couple trucks in, but look at this. Here we go. Maximum Destruction, old school, man. This is my favorite truck growing up. Of course, share that with a lot of other people. But this body is so rad. It's such a nice little tip of the hat to the old school Monster Jam way of doing things. And he did a pretty decent job in racing. But now for freestyle, this is where this truck shines.
Absolutely. He's done pretty well all season. A multi-time freestyle champion over on the Throwback Tour. He's lining up for it. He's going to get us started. Talk about announcing your presence. A minute and 30 regulation on the clock. Beautiful combo sky wheelie from Maximum Destruction.
We call that a little long to low. Taps the brakes, downsides it, gets into a stoppie. What a combination to announce his presence in Sandboyd Stadium.
Absolutely. Walking it back, setting it back down on all 4 VKTs and keeping it going. I was going to say Maximum Destruction, a multiple-time freestyle champion on the Throwback Tour, but he only got up to 99 points, didn't break that full 100 points from the season. Now, none of that necessarily matters here in Vegas, but it is something to note. He does have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder trying to get back from maybe a milestone missed, essentially.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. Ooh.
What a combo. And popping it up, too.
I'll tell you right now, Chris, that is a hard hit on the rear end of that truck. You've got to be careful. You can blow out shocks, bend housings. tie rods, 4 links, and there's a lot of mechanical pieces underneath these trucks. You've got to be careful for him, and he's just slamming it around. This is the part of the freestyle we start slapping stuff.
Oh, yeah, and he's getting up on a bicycle, too, trying to spin cycle it back around, but taps that jersey barrier. Definitely going to shut him off after hopping it. That is it for maximum destruction.
I tell you, it's going to be a tough day if you do not get the full boogie tilt bonus points. As you can see right there, regulation score 34, no for bonus. He left about 16 seconds on the clock. That's not what he wanted to do. Got a little sideways, a little too early, and he ended up on his lid.
Absolutely. Wow factor for sure. Something for the fans to enjoy, but it hurts you in the points. You love to see these trucks go down, but you don't want to see the run end early. Dysfunctional hitting the track now, and it's looking like he might take a lap as well and get these fans excited. Oh, no, he's going for something. He's going for the jammer, maybe a slap wheelie to start us out.
This truck is so unique, and it's so fun to see him, especially throughout the season, and now at the World Finals stage. Just, I mean, he deserves to be here, right? He gets a little sideways.
That shows you right there.
He gets sideways. He's able to settle it down. Dysfunctional's doing a good job so far. I mean, he's only 20 seconds into this freestyle.
Absolutely. If you've kept up with Dysfunctional throughout the Custom Chaos Tour, you know that this truck has a unique setup for pulling off some incredible saves, and he's going over hard hit on the chassis there. They do shut him off.
The time is frozen. You got to see if that truck's okay to continue. That was a wild ride.
Absolutely. I was just saying, this truck pulls off some incredible saves throughout the season. Some how did he do that saves. And, I mean, I guess you could count that there. That's more of a luck thing. But he's starting the run back off with some stoppy action here.
Wow. That's just a true testament to how safe these trucks are. Not only safety aspects in the cage, the chassis, but the driver safety stuff that they wear, how incredibly far it's come since the beginning of this sport. And it's allowing him to do moves like this and to survive moves like we just saw with that rollover.
Absolutely. And another big hit, big backflip there from Dysfunctional. And something we haven't really talked about much. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a factor, but that little bubble in the center of the track can really upset the truck after a bad bounce on the front end, but he rolls it up and over.
Wow, this truck is getting bent. I mean, this truck is hurt, I can tell you that right now. Somehow still wheeling it. Look at the air. Dysfunctional now enters full boogie tilt bonus time.
Somehow keeping this run going and keeping the truck, surviving on all 4 BKTs. I mean, if there's going to be an event where you're going to go hard and destroy the truck, the World Finals is it. And he's going over, bouncing off the barriers. And that is going to put him down with 14 seconds left of full boogie tilt bonus time. That's going to be a 34 in regulation with 3 in bonus time. That's 37 points for Dysfunctional.
Yeah, and that was, let me just tell you this right now. I think he was just all over the place when it came to freestyle, but he had some incredible moves, and he did fill a full regulation and halfway through his full boogie tilt bonus time. So that's a deserving score for Dysfunctional.
Definitely, I could definitely agree with that. But next out, another one of our fan favorite trucks here at the World Finals, Captain's Curse, taking the track, and after a little bit of maybe a disappointing run in racing, he's here to show out in freestyle. And look at the combo, getting into trouble already.
Already sideways. Now he's on 2 wheels, rolls it back over,
keeping it going somehow. I mean, that the awareness of some of these drivers to be able to pull out the saves they're getting, man, hats off to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you definitely have to be on point, especially when you're trying to recover that truck and keep the freestyle alive. And look at this, stuffs the front end, tries to go reverse, goes back to the drive.
And that's something we saw from him earlier in qualifying. Wow. Remember that save that he had in, or not save,
Absolutely.
But kept that run going in qualifying, throwing it into reverse and back into drive. And he's pulling it out here in freestyle, and it's working for him.
Yeah, these trucks are, you can tell this truck is got a bulletproof transmission, just back and forth between the gears, keeping it going. Captain's Curse, like you said, we thought he was going to go a little farther during our racing broadcast. Again, if you haven't seen that, go back and take a look at that, watch it in its entirety, because it was so fun to see the racing and qualifying portions. But look at this. Nonetheless, 20 seconds left on the board for Captain's Curse, keeping the momentum going for that Vegas championship title.
Absolutely. looks like he's going to cross it up over into the center of the stadium. Some big air from Captain's Curse. Not too many slap wheelies from Captain's Curse this run, which he's been killing this season. And he's going to go right up the center here. Steep hit. Big air across that center jump.
Big time air.
He's into full boogie tilt bonus time as well. Oh, no.
Oh, no. We got two sideways clipped to the container. He only had 7 seconds filled for full boogie tilt bonus time. A 29 in regulation, 1 point for bonus, and a score of a 30 is all she wrote. Man, Captain's Curse just got a little sideways right there and it ended up on his lid.
Absolutely. Sometimes you got to stop. Sometimes you got to back it up. And this is one of those times you get up on that backflip ramp, which set him up into that barrier and sent him over.
But here we go. Look at this, Preston. Somebody who we did not think was going to make it so far in the racing, and she did. Wow. Starting off huge, announcing her presence. She said, you know what? I almost had the racing championship. Let me prove to you why I deserve to have a title. And look at her so far in freestyle.
Absolutely, getting us started with some huge air. And this is another one of those drivers, another one of those trucks that pulls off some incredible saves. A 2-time freestyle champion. She was a back-to-back freestyle champion at the beginning of our season. She took our first freestyle championship and in show 2 as well. So she is here to prove that that was not a fluke. You know, she wants another freestyle championship. And at the World Finals, what a better place. With some big air like that, it's possible.
Oh, yeah, and she's been, look at this, 2 wheels, hang on. Whoa.
Getting it back over.
Wow, what a recovery right there. Just keeps it on all the tires, rolls it back over, and continues on a freestyle. Look at this, a minute down, 30 seconds left. What does she have left for the regulation scores?
Big air, hitting that bubble that I was talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Getting upset. You can tap that thing at the wrong angle, the wrong speed, and it can send you over. So you need to be careful and watch out for it.
You're absolutely right, and there's a lot of things like we talked about earlier before we started the show. There is some things on this track that, you know, if you're not careful, it can end your run early. We saw that with a couple of the trucks so far, but she is high flying here in Scarlet Bandit. Gonna fill time for regulation as she heads into the full boogie tilt bonus time.
Absolutely, going for a backflip here. Kind of stuffing that front end, but gets back on all fours and keeps it running. She's having some great momentum. I haven't seen a stop or a reverse so far from her.
Yeah, she's just old school, keeping the momentum going. Sky wheelies, big air, a lot of fast paces, and she hit another backflip right here. Oh my goodness,
huge hit. Trying to get a consecutive there too, but doesn't get the rotation. 5 seconds left of full boogie tilt bonus time. She is going to get all 5 full boogie tilt bonus points there, but that's only a 33 for regulation, giving her a 38 for tonight's freestyle performance.
You know, I'll tell you, Preston, I think, I think the regulation score was a little low. But I think, the fans, again, they're looking for something, and they know what they want to see. So, of course, we're going to abide by that. But I think Scarlet Bandit, you're going to have to just tip your hat to her because she definitely came out here and threw down with the big boys.
Absolutely. A great run. Like I said, that momentum is something to be spoken for. A lot of these drivers will come out here and pull off some cool moves, but you mentioned earlier, having to stop, having to reverse is going to hurt your run a little bit. But we're going to start out with Skeledragon getting some big air off of that, essentially that typical racing lane that we would see here in Vegas.
You're absolutely right. As he goes back over the double here, Skeledragon keeping up good momentum. Back to the that jump's massive, dude. Hang on. Oh!
Over he goes. But the momentum carries him back onto all 4 BKTs, and we got a minute left of this run, 30 seconds down.
That was awesome. A great recovery right there to keep the freestyle alive. 30 seconds down, 60 seconds to go. I thought he was going for a reverse backflip there. Nicely done. Hits the bubble. Gonna bounce him up a little bit. Yep. This is a wild ride so far.
Absolutely. He's getting into a couple of troublesome spots here, but he's keeping the run going. Skeledragon had some solid freestyles for the 2 shows that he was in. Was unable to grab a freestyle win, but his performances got him enough points to qualify for the World Finals, so that's all that matters. And here's another one of those bulletproof transmissions you were talking about.
You're absolutely right. Be able to shift back and forth like that, you've got to know how to trust your equipment, and you're really pushing your equipment to the edge. And a lot of people, that's been said before when it comes to freestyle is it's man versus machine. They both got to show up to take the championship. And look at Skelly Dragon here going for it.
Oh, nicely done. A unique hit there. We saw Soldier Fortune go for that stoppy off of that. But as we enter full boogie tilt bonus time, Skelly Dragon said, no stoppy for me. I'm airing this thing out.
This has been awesome. Old school, flat air out assault with good combinations. This is a solid performance so far. As he winds down his last 10 seconds of full boogie tilt bonus time. Look at the air, man.
Air over that double. Kind of getting tripped up on that tanker, but he doesn't care. He's throwing it up on the nose.
Wow. Walking the dog. Walking the dragon, I should say.
Over the side of that jump there. Could have got into some trouble. He's going to tie it up with Scarlet Bandit. That's 33 in regulation and 5 in bonus time. Exactly the same score as Scarlet Bandit.
Look at him. He's not done, though. He's going for the fans, man. This is all for the fans, living it live and watching it at home. This is awesome.
Oh, going for another backflip. When you come as a sub, you only had 2 shows this season, and you take the win, or take the qualification to Vegas, I should say, you got to show out for these fans, and he did just that. Even gave them a little bit of extra for their money.
You're absolutely right. A rad performance from Skelly Dragon here at the World Finals.
And that's looking like it's going to conclude our first 8 here. Let's take a look at our leaderboard and see how we're doing. But be sure to hit that subscribe button and follow over on Instagram. We got Season 2 updates over there. Qualifying events are going to be taking place here on YouTube, but we'll announce our qualifiers over there on Instagram. You can also send in your requests for trucks that you want to see compete over on Instagram, and you can vote for tour placements as well. You will determine our champions.
Of course, the Full Boogie Tilt T.ray channel is sponsoring today's episode. And again, Preston, I thank you for allowing me here. I'm usually in the booth with our buddies, but it's been such a pleasure to cover this event. It's been so rad to see all these guys and gals just really throwing it down and burning it down. Let's take a look at our leaderboard here for freestyle so far. Soldier Fortune is in the lead with a 40, Sheriff with a 39, Skelly Dragon with a 38. Scarlet Bandit will round out our top 4 with another 38, actually tying for 3rd place. Dysfunctional, 37, and moving our way down. Donkey Kong with the 35. 34 for Maximum Destruction. Of course, our final competitor there in the 8th spot so far is Captain's Curse, rolling it over just a little too early with a score of a 30.
Yeah, definitely not the way he wanted to go out, but we have some pretty high scores on the board. We'll see how the rest of our competitors can face that as Advanced Auto Parts Grinder comes out to take on the track tonight, and he had a pretty solid season. I believe 95 points on his record, so he's going to pull up right on the center ramp and give these fans one last look at that Advanced Auto Parts Grinder body before tearing it up.
That's right. This team is really one of those teams that, they have a big pocketbook, right? They want to make an impression, and they have some of the best parts in the industry on this truck. And Grinder, look at this, wasting note. Oh, hang on. I thought he was going for the backflip there.
I think he was trying to get it stopped, but it just didn't happen for him.
That's the thing, right? Do you just go for the backflip because you're already in the motion, or do you take the risk like he did? And sometimes you got to weigh those factors. But nonetheless, is able to keep it going here for his final minute of regulation.
Absolutely, that was a risky move. Could have went over backwards and ended his run way too early. We do have the 30-second rule in effect here, so if you go over before those first 30 seconds are done, you get a 0, and that would have hurt for sure.
Here we go, going for a slap wheelie a little bit here. Nice power for the Grinder, trying to combo it up into a stoppy. Walking the dog with a nose wheelie. That's awesome, dude. Right on.
Keeping it right on the edge of that ramp there. Stopping it for a second and pulling it back underneath. A little bit of a cross thread hitting both ramps as he heads into the center of the stadium. And we got about 25 seconds left on the regulation clock for Grinder as he takes on the double, getting a little tripped up, but keeping it on all fours and keeping it running. Oh, going for a backflip too.
Hang on.
Nice. Popping it up on the rear end. If he was Black Pearl, I would have said, walking the plank a little bit, but it ain't Black Pearl.
This Advanced Auto Parts Grinder, baby, as he feels regulation. We'll now move on into the Full Boogie Tilt bonus time. This is an interesting move here. I know what they're trying to do and try to get some wow factor going, but you've already lost 10 seconds of bonus time.
Absolutely. That was something that I was thinking. If you want to hit this in bonus time, you want to start your bonus time hitting it, not heading back into Thunder Alley. But what a combo there from Grinder, narrowly avoiding stuffing that front end into that ramp face.
I'm curious to see if that one move was enough to get 5 bonus points, because he only did one move. Really, I mean, it was a good combo, but that was it for bonus time. I'm kind of curious to see what the judges thought, but nonetheless, man, what a performance from the Advanced Auto Parts Grinder.
Absolutely a great run, and that's going to be 35 in regulation and nearly full points in bonus time, 4 points. That is going to be a 39 for Grinder, tying it up for that second place spot right now.
Yeah, it was a nice performance there. You know, in my opinion, Preston, if these drivers want to use that outside, the stage jumps, as we're calling it, I want to almost start with that, right? Because it announces your presence, kind of like what Max D did right off the bat, and then you're getting down to business inside the stadium. It's just an idea for some curiosity and for some strategy. We'll see what these drivers could do. They all kind of have their own driving style. As Megalodon Fire, who came out in one racing, he's our current world racing champion, and now comes out for his attempt at a double down.
Absolutely, and he had a few attempts to try and take a racing win throughout the season, only got one, but that you can't count him out, obviously, as he starts out freestyle, because he has a world racing championship under his belt now, and a qualification into season 2. He was our first official qualifier, and he will reappear in the next season, but he's going for something we haven't seen before.
That's awesome.
Getting crooked.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Baby.
Trying to get something,
no.
but they are, still trying, but I don't think it's going to happen for him. Megalodon Fire does not fill those first 30 seconds, and as I said, that 30-second rule is in effect, so that is a 0 for our racing champion tonight.
I'll tell you, though, Megalodon Fire is still stoked. They came out here, did what they needed to do. They got one world title in the trophy, or in the trailer. You can't be upset with that. You know he wants to do more for the fans, but that was an awesome performance. He's had a heck of a weekend here in Las Vegas. Look at this. Our next competitor to hit the track, the Mohawk Warrior Fire, did a good job in racing. Now comes here for freestyle to see what he can do. Look at this. They're going to start with the red stage jump. Now, this is a good strategy here to announce your presence.
Absolutely. Sounds like looks like he took your advice. And he's going to combo it up there, getting kind of tripped up and walking the wheelie right into that tire set. He's going wild to start us out. Oh, look at this. Pulling out a Tyler, man. What a move.
I can't believe it. Just got into reverse and was able to stab the throttle, and it just worked for him. That's a lucky move right there, and he had a good peace of mind to just try it, and he keeps the run alive. 60 seconds left for regulation.
Absolutely, getting his run started off on an incredible foot here, and getting into some trouble there, but keeping this run going as he spins that truck around, looking for the cross thread here. Oh, he's going to combo it up.
That's a nice combo, a little long to low situation. Had not seen that yet so far, so that was pretty rad. Mohawk Warrior Fire on a kill run right now. Just over 30 seconds left in his freestyle.
There's another one of those combos. Nice air on the back end of it, though. And he's going right back for that tire set that got him in trouble last time. A hard hit on the right side of that truck.
Took a shot there, Preston, and was able to keep it going. Man.
Yeah, these trucks are strong here on the RORSRPS tour. And he's going to send it right into a backflip, it looks like, with 9 seconds left on the clock. Tough hit on the front end. That is going to do it. Down he goes. 5 seconds left.
Wasn't able to get the full boogie tilt bonus time. He's only going to get a 32. He was on a run, though. If he would have landed that and kept going, we might have saw a new leader. Nonetheless, nicely done from Mohawk Warrior Fire.
Absolutely, and I feel the pain. It could get a little confusing, 2 fire trucks right in a row. Next out on the track, though, we are going to be seeing Gravedigger, who is debuting. We haven't got much of a look at it after going out in round 1 of racing, but he is debuting his custom scheme here for the World Finals, something that a lot of fans are going to or have been appreciative of. We love seeing those new custom schemes, and he's going huge.
Oh, my God.
Look at the leap from Gravedigger.
Preston, that was huge, man. He
Absolutely.
got just so much momentum. And I did not see that coming. That was awesome. I mean, you got to announce your presence and say, hey, y'all need to pay attention because Gravedigger's on the track now.
Absolutely doing just that. Getting in trouble here up against those French boxes and pulls off a little wall ride and gets it back underneath.
Wow. Sometimes it just pays off, huh? I mean, this beautiful truck hasn't scratched the body yet. Beautiful primer.
I wouldn't put it past him, though. It's coming, I can assure you.
Here we go. 45 seconds left for the iconic Gravedigger now on the track. I would say black and green wrecking machine, but it's a little different for this World Finals. I like it.
Red and yellow. Nothing rhymes with that, but heading up and over that center jump here. Could get in trouble here with the bubble, but he uses it to his advantage, getting it up on the nose for a second.
Right on, man. Got to stab the throttle and keep it going. 20 seconds left in regulation.
Oh, look at this.
A little bicycle. Oh, okay.
Unique hits from Gravedigger tonight. That's what you need to do if you want to get up on top of the leaderboard and hold it all night.
You're absolutely right. You want to have that a little bit of variety and differences between your run and others. But look at the air. I mean, he's had some of the biggest air of the night so far as he completes his regulation time. Now moves into full boogie tilt bonus.
And he is going to take that hit, like you mentioned, with those probably first 10 seconds, maybe more here as he heads over to the leap.
Yeah, this is huge.
Going for it, though. Full speed. Beautiful. Downside. Launching it. Can he clear it? Oh! And that is going to put him out for sure.
Yeah, man, I saw that coming from a mile away. He had so much speed. Look at that, 33 for regulation, 3 points in bonus, a total score of 36 for Gravedigger.
Hey, man, we haven't seen anybody try and clear it to that degree yet tonight, so that is working for him for sure. And, I mean, a wow factor for the fans for sure. It's a wow factor for me.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, I'm in agreement with you, man. So look at this. Predator now comes out to throw his hat in the ring for a freestyle win. You can kind of see the track starting to kind of go away a little bit as we get more than halfway through our field of trucks for this freestyle competition.
And we have a new obstacle out on the track as well, that box truck.
Nice, little old school. Predator knows how to hit those. And, you can see also they added a little bit of a little stoppy ramp or a little kicker there in the middle. Kind of had a little construction. That's pretty cool. It gives the fans something else to see and gives the driver something else to do. He hasn't started his time yet. Took a full parade lap. 90 seconds on the clock for Predator.
Look at that combo. Huge sky wheelie. With the old equipment, I can assure you that one hurt a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Predator, like we said earlier, it's this old school Patrick-style chassis. At one point in time, they're bulletproof. And what I like about these trucks and these chassis, Preston, is that they've got some swagger to them. You know what I'm saying? When a Patrick chassis is on the track, you know it.
Absolutely, and one of the ways you can tell is that bright orange chassis glowing here in Las Vegas, but you can also tell because he's running that awesome kitty cat body on there. He's a new body for the World Finals. He's been running that Dodge. We talked about it in racing, but he's been running that Dodge all season, and now he's switching it up with the cat, and it's some big air over the double.
Yeah, and this is a veteran driver, knows what he needs to do to be able to come out here and throw down a good freestyle run. We haven't seen Predator win quite a bit, but he's capable of it. Look at this first one to tackle the box van and was able to keep it going. 2 wheels, hang on.
Oh, and a bounce off of the wall is going to shut him down. That's 25 for regulation, unable to fill the clock. Getting past those first 30 seconds, though, but 0 in full boogie tilt bonus time, not getting into it. So that's only going to be a 25 for Predator tonight.
Yeah, not what he wanted to do. Of course, you never want to go into the wall. You want to make sure everything stays safe and you're square around. But, hey, you know what? That's racing and that's freestyling. Sometimes those things happen. But look at this. We're coming down to the bridesmaid yet again. Did not get the racing championship, but you know what? He's looking to take one home for freestyle.
Absolutely. Barbarian nearly was able to grab a win, just got a little too squirrely in one of those final turns in racing, but he's going big here in freestyle. Some nice air off of that little slope ramp we got over there, and he's looking to take his first win of the season here at the World Finals, and what a way to do it if he can.
Absolutely. It would be so, he'd be so stoked to get one here. Hang on. Stuffs the front end, pulls it around. A beautiful recovery from Barbarian. 60 seconds left to keep it going.
Taking on those vans. Most of these trucks aren't even touching those vans. They're going right over the top of them.
Yeah, with these dirt jumps, I mean, if you hit it right, you're going to go right over it, no problem. Taps the brakes there to keep the truck under control, stuffs it into that jump, but then gets it into a stoppy, little moonwalk action. Not bad at all. Barbarian's holding up strong.
Trying not to miss a beat here in Vegas. A rough hit on the front end, but I mean, if you can combo it up, why not? Look at this reverse move from Barbarian.
Wow.
Keeping it on all 4 BKT tires, and he's going to go right for this box truck, getting some nice air up and over it. Oh, and a slap wheelie, too.
Keeping the momentum going. I mean, Barbarians are on a run right now. 13 seconds left. He's wasting a little time here, but oh, hang on. He's setting up for something, though.
Uh-oh. Heading full speed over to the double. Clearing it. Nice bounce. Gonna have a hard landing here, though. Oh!
That was an incredible save. That was an incredible save as he goes into full boogie tail bonus time. Right on for you. Took a shot on the right side of the truck, bounces him left, was able to control it using the throttle and the brakes. And when I talk about a save, Preston, that's what I'm talking about. The truck was completely cattywampus and was able to keep it on all tires.
Now look at this.
Wow.
Over the roof and back onto the nose. Setting it down right as we hit 0 in full boogie tilt bonus time. Barbarian, a great run. And coming up short again. A 33 and only 4 in bonus time.
I did not see that one coming. The judges are looking for something here. Apparently he just didn't have enough sauce or enough fuel in the tank, but nonetheless, Barbarian had a wild run here at the World Finals.
Yeah, what a great run. Unfortunately, was not enough to put him over the top for some reason, but Rageaholic coming out on the track now, and this is going to be something. I can assure you, Rage is no slouch when it comes to freestyle.
You know, there's a reason he doesn't want to put the body on, right? He's already turned it over a few times this week and now gets to come out here for freestyle. You know, there's an interesting start to his freestyle, but nonetheless, he's keeping it going.
Starting out smaller than most of these other drivers so far.
I was just about to say, he didn't really announce his presence like the other ones did, but he's already getting sideways.
Oh, there's something.
There we go. Back on all 4s, keeping it rolling. He's got to get some momentum though. This runs a little choppy.
Absolutely. I feel like he's trying to pull off some moves maybe, but he's just not in the right position for him. He's just struggling out here. Taps the wall. They do shut him off for that. They might let him. Wow. They're probably going to let him keep running. Doesn't seem to be hurt, but.
Yeah, when you tag a wall like that, it's standard. You got to be shut off. You know, that's the use of the RII, the remote ignition interrupter. It's put on all trucks to make sure ensure the safety of spectators, competitors, and officials alike. And that's what they had to do there. But it's nonetheless, he's kind of got the momentum back. A big backflip. Oh man, he's gonna turtle it.
Now, if you remember, that's the same jump that he went out on in two-wheel skills. That's the same one that bit him before.
Exactly. He's going to get no bonus time for full boogie tilt bonus, only a score of a 24 in regulation, so that's what he's going to end up with. A nice week here for the World Finals for Rageaholic.
Now, he was a bit back and forth throughout the season. There was a couple shows where he ended early, but for the most part, he was a strong freestyler, so it is definitely upsetting for him to go down early like that. But here comes somebody, a substitute from the Throwback Tour, and he's going to start out with a nice hit here, but he was our only sub, or one of our only subs, to take a freestyle win this season.
Yeah,
so
buddy.
he's leading into this show with some heat in the back pocket for sure.
Let me tell you something, man. This is awesome to see him back in the World Finals at Sam Boyd Stadium. Is iconic. Sudden impact, just doing a good job so far. The first 30 seconds, a big good, huge error.
Leap.
He's got a little extra money from Mac Tools and the Lucas Oil sponsorship. Says, okay, I'm going to Vegas. All right, y'all better watch.
Heading up and over that little double there. Getting a little rickety over that combo, but he's keeping it running, keeping it on all 4 BKTs, and he's going to head right back for the double. Some nice air there. Getting into trouble here. Could be a hard hit, but he keeps it going.
This is a good freestyle so far. He's got to keep the momentum going if he wants that full boogie tilt bonus time, which you're going to have if you want to get a good score.
Absolutely, but here's a nice little move. Solid little stoppy turning it into a moonwalk. Rough hit on that front end, but keeping it running. Oh, look at this. Somehow walking a little bit of a wheelie off of it, too.
Look at this. Walking the dog.
Dragging that tailgate.
Not bad at all.
Uh-oh, down he goes. And pulls it back out. Sudden impact by the skin of his teeth, grabbing the ground and getting right back under.
But full boogie tilt bonus time now well underway for sudden impact. Nice backflip into a moonwalk. Not bad at all.
Beautifully done. Walking it right back over that center ramp. Getting tripped up again on that front end. But kind of stops it up on the tailgate. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Down again.
Oh, and he just couldn't get it. Wait a minute. I talked too soon.
Oh, down he goes. And that's
oh, my God. Look at the scores.
A 37
look at the scores.
For sudden impact in regulation with 5 in bonus time. That puts him in the lead with 42.
Right on. That was an awesome freestyle for the old truck.
Absolutely. Taking the lead here. We're going to get a look at our leaderboard now. Sudden impact at the top spot with 42, with Soldier Fortune in second with 40 so far.
Yeah, then Grinder with a third place there is going to actually tie Sheriff for that third place spot so far. Skelly Dragon 38 will tie for the fourth place spot with Scarlet Bandit. Barbarian Dysfunctional will tie for the 5th place spot with a 37 as well. The leaderboard is really stacked up in these first 8 here. You can see a lot of close calls. Sudden impact knocked out Soldier Fortune, who's held that lead for a while.
Absolutely, and as we head into this next 8, here's where you're going to see a bit more variation, not too much, but we got our back of the pack, essentially, so far. 36 for Gravedigger, 35 for Donkey Kong, 34 Maximum Destruction, Mohawk Warrior with 32, Captain's Curse leading the bottom right there with 30, Predator only 25 going out early, Rageaholic also going out way too early with a 24, Megalodon Fire only 0 so far tonight. So, I mean, it's unfortunate for him, but it's great for these fans. They're getting a show. They're getting some points on the board.
They're getting variety. They're getting some different runs as far as where people are starting. I mean, this so far has been an incredible lineup, and we still have a third of the way. We're only 2/3 of the way through here. We still have 8 trucks, and they're all heavy hitters.
Absolutely, and here's one right here, our substitute qualifier from the Sponsor Showdown Tour. A unique hit there from Sonic Heroes. We haven't seen anybody hit that jump like that yet and get that kind of a combo on the landing there. But he's spinning it around. He's going to head right up the center with some big air. Needs to watch out for that bubble. This truck has some suspension that'll bounce him the wrong way if he's not careful.
Yeah, that was crazy right there. Starts out with huge air, announces his presence, and keeps the run rolling. Okay. I want you to pay attention to what just happened there, Preston. Everybody who's hit the cars on that stack has not been able to kind of get up and over and nearly grease it, and Sonic Heroes absolutely just killed that ramp. Beautiful textbook driving style right there. That was awesome.
There's a bounce off of that container there, but it's up against no fans are over there, so they don't really shut him off when they hit that container. But he is keeping the run going, staying off of that wall, which could have got him into some trouble there. But nice move there over that box truck, and he's going over.
Wow, come on, baby, get it.
Holding it up on those sidewalls and bringing it back around with a spin cycle. 20 seconds left on the clock for Sonic Heroes.
That was an awesome move right there. Was able to recover the truck and keep the momentum going for Freestyle. This is good. If I was sudden impact, I'd be a little nervous here as he's closing in on regulation.
Absolutely going for a backflip. Huge hit. Oh! Little bit of forward momentum there, hitting the top of the backflip ramp.
Dang, he's not going to get any bonus points for the full boogie tilt bonus, so the score is only going to be a 35. You can tell that freestyle backflip ramp that he hit is kind of going away. It's been hit quite a few times, and that's exactly what happened. It kind of shifted back, and actually she shot forward and landed with the front of the chassis on top of that, and unfortunately ended his run.
Yeah, unfortunate for sure. 35 is a solid run. If he would have completed that and got some full boogie tilt bonus time, he would have been up there in our top 3 so far tonight, potentially at least. Max D hitting the track now, and he's going right for that box truck. Big air.
Hang on. This truck is wild. We've seen them kind of have some ups and downs. Of course, Maximum Destruction earlier in tonight's broadcast rolled over just a little too early, so Max D wants to come out here and throw down for the fans and get those bonus points from full Boogie Tail bonus time to really kind of take the lead away from sudden impact.
Absolutely. Max D, I should say, are one of our only trucks over on the Custom Chaos Tour to grab a double down throughout the season back in Houston. So it's El Paso, excuse me. He is looking to do pretty well here in freestyle and throw down and grab one of those top spots, as everybody is. But Max D is definitely one of our trucks from that tour that is set up to do so.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like we said earlier, it's got a different style chassis underneath him, and it works different, lands different, and you can tell right here it's super bouncy. It's got the coil-over suspension on there, so there's no sway bars on a left-hand drive, front engine, very conventional style setup. Oh my goodness! That is the biggest air.
The men's team is not afraid of the big air, and we all know, and he's showing it here in Vegas.
Look at the crossover combination. Nicely done on the transfer. That was awesome.
Huge hits. He is going wild here, and we still got 5 seconds of regulation on the clock.
Oh, boy.
And he's going for his signature here as we cross into full Boogie Tail bonus time.
Wow. Got the tombstone.
The professor, he's going for it. Not having the rotation. Hard hit on the roof.
Yeah, that's going to be a done. But, man, kudos to trying it. And look at the scores. 39 points for regulation, 2 for full Boogie Tilt bonus time, a score of a 41.
And I am not complaining at all. Max D, a wild run, crazy momentum, huge air, and just went out too early in full Boogie Tilt bonus time to really cement him up at the top. But he's still up there at 41. That's second place.
Yeah, that was a really good run. He's not going to be upset about that. The fans got what they wanted out of Max D. And here comes a guy that everyone knows it could be a wild card. This is Bad Company.
Huge hit to start. And it's funny that him and Max D are back-to-back. Bad Company second place on the Custom Chaos Tour. Max D third on the Custom Chaos Tour. So they've been facing off all season, battling it out, trying to top one another, and they're going to do the same thing here in Vegas tonight.
I'll tell you right now, Preston, if you were watching our two-wheel skills portion of the last broadcast, you'll notice that he popped that sway bar out in two-wheel skills and now does it again, so you can tell that they were able to fix it, but it's still a weak link, so he's going to lean a little bit to that left side. That's going to hinder his performance a little bit.
Absolutely. Oh, look at that. Oh, kind of kicked him backwards a little bit and didn't have that forward momentum to carry it up on top of that pad. But what I was going to say is, if you remember correctly, back in racing is when he broke that sway bar. So it popped back out in two-wheel skills, popped back out here in freestyle. It's a recurring problem for Bad Company tonight, or this weekend.
Yeah, and sometimes that's what happens, right? You'll have a part that just will not stay on there. You're trying to get it fixed. You're trying to do everything you can to keep the truck, together. And sometimes those parts just go. It could be a 12-cent part that ends your night, or it could be a sway bar issue like this. But 10 seconds left in regulation. This is where I would use this move in regulation to get some more points. And look at the air.
Huge air. Kind of getting tripped up on the van a little bit, but keeping it running, keeping it controlled, keeping it on all four BKT tires as we head into full Boogie Tilt bonus time. Look at this move here, letting it simmer big time and rolling it over back onto all four BKTs.
That was an awesome recovery right there. He had the momentum, and he's keeping the run alive. He might fill full Boogie Tilt bonus time. This is going to be a good score here if he can make it through.
Look at the hit. Bad Company getting a consecutive there.
Wow. Are you kidding me?
Slams the front end into that trench box. They do shut him off early there. Just 3 seconds left on the clock. Not much he could do. But that's going to be a 36 in regulation and 5 in bonus.
Wow.
He is going to top Max D there, tie. But he does grab the upper spot in the ranks there.
That's an interesting score. I mean, I totally agree with the full Boogie Tilt bonus time of a 5. The 36, though, might have been a little low. Look, the fans know what they want to see, and they're judging today's competition. And if there wasn't enough, better luck next time to Bad Company. But that was an awesome freestyle with the consecutive to end. But look at this. The Thunder Roris. We talk about this guy. Racing didn't really get what he wanted. Two-wheel skills didn't really get what he wanted. but now he has a chance to redeem himself for Freestyle. He's been looking forward to this all night long. I had a chance to kind of talk to him in between broadcasts, and he was telling me that he wants this. He's ready. He's better than what he's been showing us, and he's ready to prove that to the fans.
Absolutely. Trying to start off with a stoppie there, nearly overdoing it, nearly getting into some trouble there, but he pulls it back underneath, and he's getting this run started to a decent, or off to a decent start, I should say. And he's going to air it out. Look at that. Popping it up on the bubble and setting him a little sideways. But he is our tour champion over on the Sponsor Showdown Tour, and he's going hard here in Vegas, trying to prove that that's not a fluke. I mean, anything can happen here in Vegas, but being frank, I mean, we've seen it so far this weekend. It's just not happening for him.
Yeah, you see that box van too, Preston? There's two sides to that, right? There's the one side that has like two cars. It's kind of stacked up against it. Now, the other side that he hit only has one car, so you can get tripped up. You really have to hit it with some force, and that's exactly what he did to keep this Freestyle alive.
Absolutely. He does have the skill. He is the tour champion. Everything that we need to know about Thunder Roars is in the title of tour champion. But he's just having a tough time proving it to these fans here in Vegas as he gets into trouble there. Hard hit on the side, trying to pull it out. He has the angle here.
Hang on.
Oh, reverse it. Oh, no.
Oh, man, he was just waiting on that. The officials, I wanted to see the officials just holding that RRI, waiting on it, and he finally rolled it back over. Look at that, a 32 for regulation and a 2 for bonus time, for full boogie tail bonus time, 34. Not a bad performance. I think he redeemed himself.
Yeah, he did have a solid performance. Definitely not something these fans are going to walk away from complaining. But, I mean, you know, went out just a little bit early, not necessarily what he wanted to do as tour champ, but look at this, our two-wheel skills champion, our second place over on the Sponsor Showdown Tour, a fan favorite, Son of a Digger, taking the track.
Yeah, this guy, man, let me tell you, this is the current two-wheel skills world champion, right? He already came out, didn't do really what he wanted in racing, but two-wheel skills worked perfectly in his favor. He's looking to add another trophy to the trailer tonight.
Absolutely, and if anyone could do it, I mean, it's an Anderson, right? Come on.
Absolutely.
A minute 30 on the clock, going big, going for that combo here. Huge air.
Wow.
Rough hit on the rear end, but he's going to combo that instantly right up with that van stack.
Look at this. Do a nose wheelie. Stoppy. Walking the dog a little bit. Look at him just balancing the old girl. Absolutely. And then gets to the moonwalk, man. That's awesome.
He is killing it. Maybe not necessarily, you know, what some of the momentum fans want to see so far to start us out, but it is back-to-back hits, back-to-back moves for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's been, the first 30 seconds were action-packed, a lot of skill involved, and look at the air to follow it up. 50 seconds left in regulation, and Son of a Digger's got to turn it up here.
Absolutely. He's spinning that truck around. He's going to go for that transfer, getting a little crooked here, but kind of, ragged edge save, bouncing it up, hard hit on the front end.
Oh, boy. Let's settle it down.
They're letting him keep running.
Wow.
No stop.
Keeps it going. Just kind of pogos off the front there. Goes for a transfer. 30 seconds left in regulation.
Getting into trouble. If fans want to see some wild moves, this is definitely for them here in Las Vegas. Going big. He's going to stuff it. Oh.
Wow. 10 seconds left in regulation. Son of a Digger has got to fill time. Look at this. Perfect. Grabs the brakes. Slap Willie. Nice, dude. Right on.
I mean, this is exactly what you could come to expect from Son of a Digger. I mean, he is going absolutely insane here in Sandboy Stadium.
You're right. I mean, he's got to fill full boogie tilt bonus time.
Oh, getting into trouble. Hitting those barriers.
Wait a minute.
They're not shutting him off.
Wait a minute.
Down he goes. I don't think he's going to save it, but I mean, an insane run leading up to that point. 33. What is going on tonight?
33 with one full boogie tilt bonus point, a 34. Preston, I don't know if the judges are watching the same competition I am. I'm telling you right now, that's a low score, but nonetheless, they've spoken. But Son of a Digger did a great job. And, you know, all the fans in attendance, they had a great time watching him perform.
Absolutely. It is very unfortunate that we couldn't see him, as far as high on the leaderboards as we would have expected from that run that he gave. But I mean, we got to see it, and that's all you can do at this point, right?
You're absolutely right. But look at this guy, a guy that came out fastest in qualifying. He was the favorite for freestyle championship, or for racing, excuse me. Didn't do what he needed to do and went out in racing. And now here gets a chance for freestyle to make it all up, to cap the weekend off here with Zombie.
Oh, yeah. He's tried incredibly hard in the season to grab that top spot in that Tour Championship, but he's letting it all hang out here in Vegas. As you said, didn't do as well as he wanted to in racing, being one of our top racers of the season. But he's here, he's performing, and that's all you can hope for.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. He's filling his time. He's doing what he needs to do. The regulation has to be big, and you have to finish with bonus points.
Looks like he wanted to get a little bit of a bicycle there. Couldn't quite get it, so he's throwing it into some donuts here at the bottom of the track, popping it up after smacking that little lip.
And that's a quick way to break a planetary or an axle. You've got to be careful, but he's throwing caution to the wind. I mean, it's the World Finals, right?
Absolutely. That's what these fans want to see. I mean, they got some of it with that son of a digger run, so I don't know what they're looking for, but he's doing it here in Vegas as he spins that truck around. Looks like he's going to go for the double. Nice
air.
He's going to combo it up with that tire set, and that's been kicking trucks all over the place tonight, but he's keeping it controlled.
Under 30 seconds now for regulation on Zombie's performance here at the World Finals in Sam Boyd Stadium, Las Vegas, Nevada. He is throwing it down, showing people why he deserves his championship.
Look at that!
Sky Willie lands on the rear end, keeps it going. 10 seconds left now before he gets to the full boogie tip bonus time.
Zombie is no stranger to those rough hits and those slap wheelies. You remember? Oh, look at this! Rough hit. There's another rough hit right there, but he's still running as we enter full boogie tilt bonus time. I was going to say, if you remember the All-Star Challenge back in Vegas in 2019, he went for that triple and it kicked him over, and that was a hard hit, and he kept going. He's doing it again here. That's his signature here in Vegas, it seems.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? Oh, yeah. See the sway bars?
Yes.
He's got double sway bars out in the rear, and I think that's hindering his movement a little bit, but it was a sweet backflip. He's going to fill full boogie tilt bonus time. Let's see what the judges thought of Zombie.
Oh, look at this.
Whoa.
Over he goes. Rough hit on the nose there and over the chassis, but that's, man, a 31 with only 3 in bonus time. Only a 34 for Zombie.
That is interesting, Preston, because that, to me, that's a 36, a 35,
At least, right? I mean, and that's the total. And that's not even...
You're filling bonus time and only getting, a 3. That's going to be frustrating as a driver, and it's frustrating as fans, too, but the fans have to remember it's the fans' scores.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, the fans are getting upset, but... the only ones that haven't scored this is me and you, right? I mean,
right.
It's up to the fans, and they have to realize that. But nonetheless, Zombie did a great performance. There should be nothing taken away from him. But look at this guy. This guy right here is either going to win this championship or he's going out early. I'll tell you that right now, because we're about to see Avenger.
Couldn't agree more. Mr. Excitement Tour Champion over on the Custom Chaos Tour, finishing his season with a double down over in Tacoma, and he was looking for it all season. Has multiple wins under his belt, but finally got that double down to cap off an incredible season, obviously as Tour Champion, and he's looking to go big here in Vegas tonight.
So we got Avenger. You're right. He wants to come out and see if he can throw his hat in the ring for this freestyle title. I mean, this is a relatively new truck. This is a CRC chassis built by Corey Rummel, and Team Scream has really kind of fell in love with this style of chassis. They're the heaviest trucks on the circuit today, weighing about 14,000 pounds, and you would never even know that with the air that they could get.
I was about to say, he's opening up with some big moves. Wow.
Ooh. Hang
on the front end. They're letting him run, though. I was gonna say I love those chassis personally. They look incredible with those with that Team Scream driving style.
Oh yeah, and they're strong. I was just about to say, you see all that right there, that front end dug into the ground after that backflip. Avenger and all the entire team, they pride themselves on having the toughest monster trucks in the world, and Team Scream delivers every time.
Oh yeah, look at this. Full speed right at the box truck, nosing over a bit.
Oh yeah.
But keeping it running.
as old school as it gets right there, right, Preston? You're just hitting raw cars and full boogie tilt style, just going for it.
Absolutely. He's taking a little bit of a hit on time, but he's going for it. Going for the launch, up and over into the double.
That is so rad. It makes me so nervous. I'm so afraid if they're not going to make it, but they've been doing a good job. And Avenger turning on the fans. Hang on.
Oh, getting into trouble, but rolling it over
back
onto all four BKT tires. Avenger,
nice.
Solid run so far. 15 seconds left on the clock for regulation.
Nah, dude, this is awesome. Avenger's really kicking it right now. This is great. Final 10 seconds for regulation. Still looking forward to that 30 seconds of full boogie tilt bonus time. He also has a sway bar rolled out in the back. Hopefully that doesn't hinder him too much. Nice Willie. Oh my God.
And that is going to definitely end it for him. A hard hit. What?
Oh, that's a handful of mints. That's what that is. I'll tell you that. I'll show you that picture later. Look at that, 37. 5 points for a full boogie tilt bonus. Wow, a 42.
He touched bonus, and he got a 5 for that. I mean, he takes the lead. Nothing we can do, but I mean.
I know. It's a little different, right? You have guys out here that are throwing down full bonus time runs and getting a 2, getting a 3, getting a 1, and Avenger comes out with a wreck and gets a 5. But hey, I digress because it's time for the 2-time world racing champion, somebody who went all the way to the semis tonight in racing. And look at this.
That's how you hit a box truck.
She starts off big. I love her paint scheme on this old school truck too.
Absolutely. Throwback here in the RORSRPS, and she's going up on the nose. Whoa. Walking it right into the backflip ramps there.
Oh no.
But it sets her back down. What a move there. What is going on for Medusa?
Yeah, she don't know what's going on. She's just kind of hitting it and blew out both sway bars in the rear end. Yeah. But, dude, keep it going.
Yeah, she's running. These fans are eating it up, too, I am sure. Look at that combo. Setting it up on the tailgate, up on top of that ramp. And she's going to keep it going, spinning it around, looking for that racing lane. Huge hit there.
She's got to keep this going. And
in trouble.
Oh, no, hang on. Come on, Medusa.
Oh, trying to get it over. She's giving it a good effort, but it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it's just not going to work out for her. I was going to say, she's been on the circuit since 1999. Just incredible performance. No full boogie tilt bonus time, but a 26th nonetheless. Medusa wowed the fans here.
Absolutely, and that is going to cap off our competition here in freestyle. Let's take a look at this leaderboard. A controversial top spot. I'm just going to flat out say it. Avenger with a 42 taking the win. Congrats, but I mean, sudden impact right there with him with 42. Bad Company and Max D tied with 41. Soldier Fortune are only 40 on the board. Grinder and Sheriff 39s. And Scalar Dragon and Scarlet Bandit have the 38s.
Yeah, I mean, look, Avenger, take nothing away from you. You are the world champion. There's been a little discrepancies with the scores, but if you look at the next 6 here, Barbarian and Dysfunctional with a 37, a 36 goes to the Gravedigger primer scheme, excuse me, and then the 35 will tie both Sonic Heroes and Donkey Kong, and 34s will tie both Son of a Digger and Zombie towards the bottom of the second half of the bracket here with the leaderboard. And Freestyle was judged, it was one of those things where the fans knew what they wanted to see, and that's what we got. And look at this, the last half here, Thunder Roris will tie with 34 with Maximum Destruction. A 32 is the only one on the board for Mohawk Warrior Fire. A 30 for Captain's Curse. 26 for Medusa. Predator will get a 25. Rageaholic, that rolled over a little too early, will get a 24. And Megalodon, who just had a flop, unfortunately, with the 30-second rule, will get only a 0. We'll round out our 24 trucks. What a wild competition, Preston.
Absolutely. And it's, I mean, tell the people about yourself before we go, man. This was a great night.
It's been an incredible time here. We've had such a good time. The Full Boogie Tilt T.ray channel team has been here all week with you. We've been having a great time in Las Vegas. We are appreciative of letting you have us on the channel, and we can't wait to do more events with you guys. Make sure that you're following all of our socials at Full Boogie Tilt on Instagram, and of course, make sure you're following RORSRPS as well, so you can subscribe and follow on their Instagram. Your opinions determine Season 2 champions, and it's just going to be a good time as we get ever so closer to qualifying Season 2.
Absolutely. And speaking of qualifying for Season 2, Avenger, Megalodon Fire, and Son of a Digger are our first 3 competitors officially announced now into Season 2. So you'll see them again since they took the championship. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Check out my buddy Tyler Reyes. It's been a great night, a great weekend, and I can't wait for Season 2. You know, I'm gonna be honest, hopefully a little bit better of a turnout for freestyle scores, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys for tuning in to the World Finals. I will see you guys next season for some more RORSRPS.